Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mayor's Weekly Press Conference. A little bit different today, as you can see. I am practicing a level of social distancing as we deal with and work through the national, international, global pandemic that is COVID-19 or the coronavirus. But before I get into some details of some rapidly changing things here in the city of Athens, across the state and the United States, I've got Kyle, who's on the line, and I'm going to have Kyle Johansson do the 7-day weather forecast, and then also some updates on some of the statistics that he has been tracking with the coronavirus. Kyle, take it away.
So today it's going to be periods of rain from the 58 on chance of rain of 80%. Tonight, periods of rain. Winds 53 and southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Rainfall may reach 1 inch. Tomorrow, afternoon storms 566. Chance of rain 80%. Tomorrow night storms 61. Chance of rain 80%. Friday thunder showers, winds 72, chance of rain 60%. Friday night, cloudy, 32. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 40. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low 28. Sunday, mostly cloudy, high 50. Sunday night showers, low 37. Chance of rain 30%. Monday morning showers, 52. Chance of rain, 12%. Monday night showers early, 37. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 57. Tuesday night showers, chance of rain, 40%. And Wednesday, morning showers, high 61, 30. 33, chance of rain, 30%.
And there you have it. And it's kind of dreary outside right now, isn't it, Kyle?
It is.
Yeah. So, Kyle, give us a real brief update on what you're tracking, because I know that you are. I get your Facebook messages often in terms of the national cases of coronavirus that are positive cases at this point in time.
There are now over 7,200 cases of the coronavirus in the United States and 88 confirmed in Ohio.
And so those are 88 positive cases, is that correct, Kyle?
Yeah, in Ohio. 88 cases of positive coronavirus cases.
Well, Kyle, I ask that you stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you, as usual, for doing the weather updates for the city of Athens, as well as now giving us the brief update on the national and state cases, positive cases of coronavirus. So thank you, Kyle.
Welcome.
So that all said, I have several things I want to bring forward, and then I'm going to get into some of the governor's press conference items that have come forward today. Just to give an update on the City of Athens operations, the Athens Municipal Court is open. They are limiting their cases, and several cases have been continued. If you have an attorney, please contact him in regards to your case. If you do not have an attorney and are not well, please contact the courthouse and ask for continuance. And there's several other things here with the courthouse. If you owe fines or costs, you can pay online at Athens County Municipal Court Payments.com. Let me repeat that. Athens County Municipal Court Payments.com, or by phone, which is 740-249-2108. And I'm sure that they will help you out. You can mail in checks or money order to the court as well. Athens City Police Department and Parking Enforcement, they are open, but the doors are locked. They will buzz you if you are there at the door, and they certainly have the dispatch office that is open. So the side door is closed. We encourage everyone to come around to the front main entrance into the police department. Some reports can be taken over the phone, but officers will respond, obviously, if requested. Officers will still be out on patrol and respond to calls of service. Contact 740-592-3313 for assistance. And in cases, as always, in cases of emergency, please dial 911. Parking fines may be paid at any of the payment boxes located throughout the city and in front of City Hall, parking garage, and the police department. And then, this is important, the 24-hour parking rule will not be enforced until further notice. The reason for doing that is if people are finding that they do need to self-quarantine or are being instructed to quarantine, that we don't want them out having to walk their car every 24 hours. So that is certainly new in that the 24-hour parking rules will not be enforced until further notice. Trash and recycling services are still operational and currently are on schedule. If you have any concerns or questions, please contact the Athens Hocking Recycling Center, and they can be reached at 740-594-5312 for any questions. Utility billing is open for business and accepting payments online or through the outside deposit box that's located right in front of the city building. The city building is closed beyond the elevator where the glass doors are. That is for city employees only, authorized personnel. It is closed to the public in order to contain COVID-19 from spreading throughout. So know that you can certainly pay your bills online, or you can drop them off at the deposit box outside. No in-person payments until further notice. As a reminder, water disconnections are suspended. We will not be disconnecting people's water supply. That went into effect last Thursday, and that will be in place until further notice. And if you had your water already disconnected, the reconnection fee prior to last Thursday, the reconnection fee will be waived with updated payment. You can certainly reach out to us, the city, at 592-3347 for assistance. Income tax. It is open for business and accepting payments online or by mail. Walk-ins and in-person meetings are suspended until further notice. Please call the tax administrator at 740-592-3337 for assistance with your taxes, city taxes in particular. Athens Fire Department is open in both stations, but they are not accessible to the public. For non-emergencies, please call 592-3301. And again, in case of emergency, please contact call 911. Use the 911 service. Mayor's office, we are still operational, but we are closed to the public. If you need to reach out, regular business is being conducted by my office and my staff. I am all over the place, but doing my best to wash my hands, social distance, and to work remotely when possible. But if you do need assistance with anything, please feel free to call 740-592-3338. The auditor's office, again, is open for business by phone, but is not accessible to the public. For questions and help with your tax forms, I already mentioned this, you can reach out to the tax administrator, Tina Timmerman, at the number already provided, or you can email her at ttimberman, that's TIMBERMAN, at ci.athens.oh.us. Payments, again, can be mailed, or you can pay by credit card on the website at www.ci.athens.oh.us. The law office and the city prosecutor's office, they are open and doing business, but again, they are limiting outside contact and requesting people to reach out by phone. Their number is 740-592-3332 if you need assistance with the law director or the city prosecutor's office. Engineering and Public Works, they are operational as usual. And they are operational 24/7. All the areas of the department, including the office, service garage, and the plants, are not accessible to the public. If you need their assistance, or if you are delivering things to any of those locations, again, the service garage, the office, or either of the plants, you can call ahead or call once you arrive at the location at 740-593-7636. Code Enforcement Office, the Office of Community Development or Development and Code Enforcement, they are open and doing business, but also not accessible to the public. If you have questions, or a permit to submit, please knock on the door and the applications will be accepted at the door. All routine housing inspections have been suspended until May 3rd of 2020 or until further notice. Again, if you have questions or concerns, you can certainly call the Director of Development and Code Enforcement at 592-3306 for assistance. Department of Human Resources is open and available by email or phone only. The number there is 740-592-3367. Applications for any of the open positions can be emailed to humanresources@ci.athens.oh.us. Athens City Council and the government channel, they are open and doing business, but also not accessible to the public. If you need assistance from the government channel or city council, please call 740-592-3342 for further assistance. The community center is closed until further notice. All programs and activities have been suspended. Arts West is closed until further notice. Again, all programs and activities have been suspended. The boards and commissions, I'm not going to get into every single board and commission. Just know this, that all chairs of boards or commissions, if you have questions about their meetings, likely a lot of them have been suspended until further notice, but feel free to contact the chairs of the different boards and commissions. Some of the boards will be meeting as needed. Likely they will be remotely attended by the board members. We are still getting guidance from the Attorney General, State Attorney General's office on remote meetings. That all said, the governor's press conference, which started at 2 p.m., some very valuable information that was conveyed during that particular press conference. Some of the things I really want to reiterate that came out of that. As we all know, bars and restaurants have been closed, and carry out is permissible, but not dine in restaurants. So if you have carry out, that is still operational in most places that provide that service. Gyms and rec centers were ordered to be closed as well. So those facilities have been under the governor's mandate to cease operations. Today, the governor announced another round of closures, the first of which was BMVs, Bureau of Motor Vehicles. For them, they are closing statewide 181 Bureau of Motor Vehicles throughout the state. There are 5 open. Those 5 that are opened will be for truck drivers to be able to continue to renew and get their CDL, commercial driver's licenses. But all others will not be open to re-register somebody. What they also stated in the press conference is that if you are pulled over by State Highway Patrol and do have a license that has expired as of today moving forward, that there will be a grace period in which you will not be cited for having a expired driver's license. But that, I'm sure, is until further notice to when the board of the BMVs open back up again and that people can renew their driver's licenses. The other announcement that was made today is that barbershops, beauty salons, spas, and tattoo parlors or establishments, those two are to be closed today and no longer operational until further notice. So keep that in mind as well. We may be seeing more of this as time goes on. As Kyle mentioned earlier in the program, there are 88 positive cases in the state of Ohio. I believe that is in 18 counties. Currently, what I can share with those viewing, the Athens County, we still have no positive cases, but that is likely to change with the speed at which this virus is affecting individuals and the quick pace at which it is spreading. Because if you think about it, it's a virus, and the virus is, the way the virus works is to maintain and stay alive, and the way it stays alive is from transmission from one person, one host, to another host, to another host, and so on and so forth. So the best things that you can possibly do for yourself is frequent hand washing for at least 20 seconds, or hand sanitizing with hand sanitizers that have iso alcohol in them, at least 70, if not 80% alcohol concentration in your hand sanitizer. Wipe down surfaces that are commonly or frequently used. Social distancing. Social distancing is probably going to be one of the key things that we should all be doing as a public, to where you maintain a 6-foot distance from people around you. I know that currently the mandate is that there are to be no gatherings of greater than 50 or greater in the state. But what the CDC is recommending, not a mandate, but what they're recommending is that you reduce that to groupings of 10 or less as opposed to 50. But again, that is not a mandate. That is the CDC's recommendation that we not be in places that have more than 10 people, which I would encourage people to do. It makes a lot of sense. The last thing I want to share is, if you are not feeling well, please stay away from others, stay home. The best thing that you can do is to contact your primary care provider. Give your primary care provider, tell them what you're experiencing, and they will take it from there. They will deem whether or not you do need to be tested. They will also probably recommend further actions for you if necessary. So again, social isolation, washing your hands, don't touch your face or eyes. Us as human beings tend to touch our faces and eyes, our faces in particular, very frequently, more than you would imagine, on average about 900 times a day. So the more you can reduce that and become hyper aware that you shouldn't be touching your face, that's a good practice to take in place. Again, washing your hands, and if you aren't feeling well, call your primary care provider. At this point in our time, in history, it is so vitally important that we all really work together, do the best that we possibly can to not expose ourselves, and equally not to expose those around us. I know that for some, with school being out, that kids are getting stir crazy and not knowing what to do. And now's a good time to read to your children. Now's a good time to make up all kinds of games. My daughters and I were playing Life the other day. We actually played 2 rounds of Life and a round of Monopoly. And during that time, we took the opportunity to teach them how to count and subtract the money they were receiving when they were whooping daddy at playing Monopoly, and they certainly did it when we were playing Life. But those kinds of things, just be creative with what you're doing with your children. There's certainly all kinds of book platforms that are out there to where you can start downloading books and getting caught up on your reading list that you may not have been doing. And know that your mayor is doing everything within my power to continue to protect the city and make sure that we are doing the right things as we move forward. Certainly, your water is still going to be delivered. The sewer is still going to be functioning. Our people at the plant are going to be working as they always have been working. The Athens Hocking Recycling Center will be picking up your refuse and your recycling as we move forward. So, citizens of Athens, please do everything in your power to remain safe. We will get through this, but take some extraordinary precautionary measures as we move forward. Who knows where I will be broadcasting from next week? Possibly here, possibly somewhere else in my house. Who knows? But thank you for tuning in, and please join us again next week for the next updates, as well as things all around the city with the Mayor's Weekly Press Conference. Take care.